and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has a history lesson for those who would tell players to shut up and dribble. He says in 1963, Bill Russell was MVP, won a title, and stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial for Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. There is a through line that exists directly from Russell to our modern players. Kevin?
That's a great story, D.A. Thanks. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. And for the Nets, we've got Johnson, and it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. And opening day is here. So, what are these players right now, Greg, feeling as they tip off this brand new season?
Mostly excitement. I mean, this is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And here's Brooklyn. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Now, here's McDaniel. Back to Conley. Launches a 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
Here's Finney-Smith. Out to the wing. Bridges outside. 6 on the shot clock. And the 3 ball is good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here is Conley. Back to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Over Johnson. Timberwolves keep it alive. Gobert. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. Bridges against Edwards. Here's Claxton. He can't get it to go. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Edwards. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Dinwiddie kicks to Johnson. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And the pass to Finney-Smith. From outside, off the mark. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Hey guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist for Bridges. Johnson's got 5 now.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Towns. Dinwiddie with the steal. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. Here's Finney-Smith. A big dunk at the end of the break.
Hey, I know he makes a lot of threes, but he is not just a shooter. Finney-Smith will throw it down on you if you're not careful.
Back to Edwards. Knocks it loose. Bridges with the steal. Passes it to Johnson. And And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Conley, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. That changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
And he knocks down the first one. For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Over to the wing. Finney Smith kicks to Dinwiddie. Edwards against Bridges. Back to Dinwiddie. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now, here's McDaniel. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Poked away. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Timberwolves ball.
Towns finds Gobert. Back to Towns. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, that time Towns showing you that he has the physicality to beat the contact. The defense has to do a lot more than that to stop him.
On the wing, Bridges. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And for the Nets, it's been a whirlwind last couple years, assembling a super team, and before you knew it, it fell apart. But this franchise has been back from the ashes before, so don't write off that front office just yet.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game.
And he sinks the second.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Here's Gobert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
And the second free throw, good.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
Johnson with it. Working on McDaniels. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. Here's Edwards. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Pass to Bridges. Here's Finney Smith. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Watanabe checked in for Brooklyn.
Utah. Watanabe.
Now Conley. He has 5. And here's Gobert. That's tipped. Here's Watanabe. Up again. Johnson. Great positioning on the putback. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Brooklyn?
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better. Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Here's Watanabe. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Minnesota calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And Joe Harris is subbed in for Johnson. Minnesota also making some changes. Prince is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for McDaniels. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Mike Conley. Now here's Towns. He had 25 points last game. And there's Edwards on the assist by Towns. Edwards got his second bucket of the game to go.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Pass to Bridges. And he makes that one.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Outside Edwards. Now here's Anderson. Back to Edwards. Bridges with some nice defense. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Bridges outside. On the wing, Harris. 5 to shoot. Drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Here's McLaughlin. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks to Edwards. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Dinwiddie. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Edwards. Anderson with the ball. Count it, good. Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. The pass to O'Neal. Back to Dinwiddie. They grab their own miss. Watanabe. Prince with the defensive effort. The Timberwolves have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. It's Edwards on the wing. Now Anderson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
That free throw good from Anderson. The Nets making a switch here. Curry's checked in. And it's tied up with that one. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Passes to Bridges. Curry deciding where to go with it. Just 4 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
7-1 wingspan. Bridges plucking the rebound and then generating points for the team.
Harris against Anderson. Back to Edwards. Kicks it out to Prince. Drills the three-pointer.
You know, when he was coming out of college, this is exactly what scouts thought Prince would be. A strong 3-and-D wing who plays with a lot of effort.
Now here's Curry. Get through. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Taurean Prince.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
The Nets making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Gobert, he's checked in for Towns. Both shots good from the stripe.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Anderson outside. Pass to Prince. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Edwards. That one, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Harris, right side. Curry trying to break free. And the Nets miss again. The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's McLaughlin. They get it back. Gobert can't hit. The Nets with the lead. And here is O'Neal. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Thomas. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead, up 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Now heading onto the floor, your Brooklyn.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Johnson is out there with O'Neal. And there's Seth Curry. Then there's Harris. And it's Watanabe in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Anderson. Pass to Alexander Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from the line. It's hauled in by Watanabe. The net shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Nets.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Alexander Walker. There's the pass to Gobert. Here's Alexander Walker. Over Harris. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's foul number 2 for him. Nets leading by 3. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Outside Curry. Takes the 3. And Harris is good for 3. Harris has got 6 points. And something that's been on the uptick in the NBA is free throw shooting. League-wide, Clark, teams are having more success from the stripe than ever before.
The 2020s are on pace, Kevin, to be the best free throw shooting decade in the history of the game, with skilled players now favored relative to the old school bangers. I mean, everybody pretty much has to be able to knock down shots to be effective as a player in today's game. So the free throw shooting percentage is going up. Not much of a surprise to me.
Here's Curry following the basket by Kyle Anderson. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Johnson, the pass to Harris. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. It's Curry outside. That shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
When you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
Good on the free throw.
Well, I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. Kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Watanabe. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Royce O'Neal. And he's good on the second. And so Curry will bring it up for the Nets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Passes it to Johnson. Curry on the wing. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That's his first foul.
Team second.
Under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Anderson. Here's McLaughlin.
Come on, buddy, out, man.
Ball's knocked loose. 6 to shoot. Gobert with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. The 19-foot shot, and the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 5.
And if the mid-range shot is working for Gobert, it's a problem for the D. Draws the bigs away from the hoop and opens things up inside.
And the rejection by Curry. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Outside Curry. Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Curry.
It's huge whenever Seth Curry comes up with a block. I think it ignites the entire team.
Here's Alexander Walker. No points in the game yet for him. They get it back. They now take the lead.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure and close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Your Brooklyn Nets. Make some noise, everyone. Time to make some noise for your Brooklyn Nets. Here to put on a show, your Brooklyn Nets.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Prince. McDaniels comes in for Anderson. And it's Conley in for Jordan McLaughlin. Here's Curry. High post, Johnson. Curry against Conley. Curry passes to Claxton. Here's Finney-Smith. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
He has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive player.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Joe Harris. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Close games often come down to who makes the big plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Brooklyn trailing. Outside Curry. Over Conley. Here's Claxton. Curry trying to break free. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Towns up top. He dishes it to Conley. Pass to Alexander Walker. 5 on the clock. Here's McDaniels. Gobert trying to get open. Tries yet again. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Curry. Here's Alexander Walker. No good there. The Nets go the other way with it. Outside Curry. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And all get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
Minnesota in the lead. And there's the pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. Back to Conley. Passes it to Alexander Walker. No good from 18.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Johnson, the pass to Curry. Bridges against Conley. Hits the jumper. Bridges got 7 points.
A nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
And there's the feed to Gobert. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bridges, no one around him. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Alexander Walker. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves. Pass to Finney-Smith. Poke loose. Now here's McDaniels. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Unloads from 13. Here's Gobert. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low. And now here comes Conley leading the break. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And they've also refused to give up on their plays tonight, chasing after their shot.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next youth dance team.
Changes for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is checked in for Johnson. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Curry. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Alexander Walker. Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Harris. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. From deep. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Really good pass from Finney-Smith. He understands that you can't squeeze that orange if you got somebody ready to catch and shoot.
Bridges against Edwards. And here's Conley outside. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. No good on that one. Towns with the defensive effort. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Prince misses. The Nets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Pass to Finney-Smith. Bridges kicks to Harris. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for Brooklyn. Minnesota also with the sub. Gobert's checked in. Edwards with it. 7 points in the game. The kick out to Towns. Here's McDaniels, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Towns doing a nice job with the smart play there, getting the ball to a ready shooter instead of trying to force it himself.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Offensive rebound, Nets. Pass to O'Neal. Lock at 6. And the Nets miss again. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 14-5 run here. Up top, Edwards. Defended by Bridges. Edwards against Bridges. Edwards gets to Conley. From deep. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding me. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
It's the three-point bomb. Towns has got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. He kicks it to O'Neal. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Outside Conley. Towns trying to get open. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 9.
And the craftiness of Conley has such a strong feel for when to go to that floater.
Gobert brings the double team. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to O'Neal. Clock at 4. Count it. O'Neal's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one following a loss to the Suns. The pass to McDaniels. It doesn't go for him. The Nets go the other way with it.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Claxton. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves lead by 2. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, you guys have built a lead. What is the key to maintaining or increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
You had the advantage in the first half. We'll see if you can keep that advantage in the second half. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota.
They were in a rough spot, down 7 at one point, but kept it from getting worse than that. And so far, they're out in front, but not by much as we head into the half.
And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Efficiency,
You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
I'd like to see them get to the line more. But to do that, you got to be aggressive. Force the action. Drive the lane. Make the defense react to what you're doing. If they can do that, I think they have a good chance of pulling out a win.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Michael Conley. What a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Now, here's McDaniels. Outside, Towns. McDaniels kicks to Towns. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
A good play ending with the right player. Big Cat, one of the best shooters we've ever seen at the center position.
Here's Dinwiddie. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Bounce pass, Conley. Bridges against Edwards. To the inside. And finished off by Gobert.
And, you know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Passes to Bridges. Johnson down low. McDaniels defending. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Johnson.
And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time All-Star going forward.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Here's Conley. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to McDaniels. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Bridges inside. Gobert on him. Here's Claxton over Edwards. Claxton no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Oh, here's Edwards. He has 7. And he's going up for the alley-oop and finished off by McDaniel.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Who wants a t-shirt right about now? That's right, fans. It's time to make some noise. Put your hands in the air. Let me see you. Noise for your Brooklyn Nets.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Bridges passes to Finney-Smith. To the paint. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide-open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
On the wing, Bridges. Edwards defending. Shot from 12. And with that shot, the Minnesota Leafs cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Bridges.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
To Dinwiddie. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Towns. Finney-Smith passes to Dinwiddie. For the three, it's good from long range. Now just a 1-point Timberwolves lead.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Now, here's McDaniels, covered by Johnson. McDaniels dishes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Dinwiddie. Towns comes with a double team. Here's Finney-Smith. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Edwards, that's good.
Tell you what, guys, the aggressiveness on defense just hasn't been there this half. Not like it was in the first.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Bridges. Right wing. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Over Conley. Back to Bridges. Pass to Claxton. Dinwiddie outside. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Oh, here's Edwards. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 11 rebounds in the game. Dinwiddie kicks to Bridges. On the wing, Johnson. Dinwiddie outside.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Pass to Edwards. Lets it go from deep. A rebound by the Nets.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Bridges shot good.
And for the night, Bridges is cooking with grease and showing no signs of slowing down.
Outside Edwards. Conley feeling it out. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Fourth personal foul. First team foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
Great game for them offensively. I mean, coaches love seeing multiple shots per possession and then converting those second chance opportunities.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Free throw good, Edwards.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Watanabe's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Royce O'Neal comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Harris is checked in for Johnson. And Curry subbed in for Dinwiddie. And Edwards drops them both. Nets trail by 3. There's the pass to O'Neal. Inside. And there's Bridges on the assist by O'Neal. Bridges has got 6 points in the quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Edwards, that's good.
One triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. He kicks it to Bridges. Passes it to O'Neal. And the foul called on Watanabe. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Timberwolves leading by 4. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
Team second.
On defense, Brooklyn. Outside Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Timeout called the Nets. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Nets Youth Dance Team. Together and make some noise for your Brooklyn Nets Kids Dance Team.
There's the steal. Here's Prince. Count that bucket. And it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, good job that time by Prince putting his muscle on display. Excellent work fending off the contact and capitalizing.
Here's Watanabe. Knocked loose.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Here's Harris. Feeds it to O'Neal. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Watanabe. And that one, good.
You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen.
Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Kirk. Here's Prince, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
You know, Taurean Prince is not the guy you want to send to the foul line.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
For the Timberwolves, Taurean Prince, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Prince. And both free throws good for Prince.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. That's taking care of business, fellas.
Now, here's O'Neal.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Line shooting for Brooklyn, Royce O'Neal. At the line 2 times.
2 shots. That's on
The first free throw is good. O'Neal hits them both. Minnesota leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Anderson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 8 points for Kyle Anderson.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. They're really looking strong here.
Curry, good.
He's becoming more comfortable and tight. Seth Curry is good at picking his spots from this area.
To the inside. Here's Anderson. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third quarter. Watanabe passes to Bridges. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Pass to Prince. Dishes it to Edwards from 18 feet away, and he drops that one in. Edwards got 18 points in the game.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Watanabe passes to Bridges. Curry outside. The rebound by Anderson. Minnesota leading by 6. Out to the right wing. Here's McDaniels. O'Neal with the defensive effort. And here are the Nets. .58 seconds left to play here in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Watanabe. Buries the long-range jumper. Watanabe's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And there's the pass to McLaughlin. Here's Anderson, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths, shooting in the low 60s last season.
And you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
There's 31 seconds left in the third. Curry passes to Watanabe. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. He's got 9.
They have not attempted as many threes here in the second half, which I'm scratching my head about. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Here's McLaughlin. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Alexander Walker. Trains the three-pointer.
Alexander Walker. 3.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Curry is out there with Johnson. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Watanabe in at the 5 spot. So that's the Nets 5. Alexander Walker passes to McLaughlin. Now Anderson. And the foul called on Watanabe. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And Minnesota has possession. They lead by 7. Here's Anderson. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And here is Curry. Passes it to Johnson. On the wing, Harris. Stolen by Anderson. Pass to Alexander Walker. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. They're trying to shut the door on this one.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
First team foul. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Cameron Johnson. And at the line, 1 time.
They've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency is, you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Now here's Anderson. Prince wide open. The rebound by Johnson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That one is on Towns.
Second. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Cameron Johnson. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
That's good from Johnson. And the Nets making a change here. Bridges checks in. And Johnson drops them both. Here's Anderson. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin. Shot clock at 5. Here's Alexander Walker. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's Watanabe. Now the dish to Curry. Kicks it to O'Neal. Here's the teardrop. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there.
That's good from O'Neal. O'Neal hits them both. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to McLaughlin. Now Anderson. Now here's Towns. Four on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Anderson can't get it to go. Brooklyn trailing. Outside Curry. They get a hand on it. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Watanabe. And then for Minnesota, Edwards comes in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Jordan McLaughlin. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Edwards finds Prince. Edwards against Bridges. And there's Edwards on the assist by Prince. And that's 20 points for Anthony Edwards. The pass to O'Neal. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Towns.
4th team foul. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Royce O'Neal. And out the line, shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. He hits the second from the line. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. Knocked away. Prince, the pass to Anderson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Kyle Anderson, shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Anderson. And Brooklyn making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in. Both good from the line that time. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Bridges against Edwards. Bridges passes to Claxton. And easy 2 points on the layup.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Conley finds Anderson. Dinwiddie against Conley. And Towns throws it down.
And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Here's Finney-Smith. And that one is hammered home.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. From downtown, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Anderson can't get it to go. Nets trailed by 5. Johnson outside. Passes it to Finney-Smith. 5 on the clock. Dinwiddie kicks to Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brooklyn with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got 5 rebounds tonight. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Bridges. Outside Edwards. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. That's a 2 from Towns. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Bridges against Edwards. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Minnesota calls timeout. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Michael Conley.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finish it strong.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Anderson. He takes it in. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn to the wing right side. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Towns. Claxton the pass to Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie, the shot goes down and gets this game back to even. Dinwiddie's got 10 points in just the second half. Minnesota's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Dinwiddie against Conley. Outside Edwards. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Great D that time from Edwards. Anderson in the post, covered by Johnson. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Now, at the line for the Timberwolves, Kyle Anderson. One time from the line.
One shot.
That one misses for Anderson. That's trailed by 5. Here's Bridges. Minnesota with the rebound. Edwards got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the paint. Here's Conley. The rebound by the Nets. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Finney Smith, known as a utility guy, value utility guy, but I tell you what, he showed us there. He's ready and willing and able to make the big bucket too.
Now here's Anderson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
His 3rd personal foul. Team's 5th foul. Now, at the line for the Timberwolves, Kyle Anderson. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Anderson.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Both free throws good from Anderson.
Shooting just about 90% from the charity stripe now. Tell you what, in this second half, they have left no cheese at the line.
Now, here's Bridges. Kicks it out to Johnson. Again, the Nets for 2.
Boy, he could have taken it himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups and matchups. We'll call it play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Daniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. Timberwolves leading by 3. Conley kicks to Edwards. Back to Conley. Four on the shot clock. Lets it fly. And good. He nails it. Conley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's just being a pro. Conley understanding the moment and rising to the occasion.
Dinwiddie against Conley. Plenty of space. They get it again.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Towns, the pass to Gobert. Dinwiddie against Edwards. Pass to Towns. And again, it's Minnesota.
You know, Towns would rather shoot the 3 or post you up, but he's good enough as a shooter that the mid-range is effective for him too.
Now, here's Dinwiddie.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. It's really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Stepping the line with 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that turns the lead to 6. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
And Towns throws it down.
You know, this is what makes Towns an all-star kind of talent. I mean, his ability to get it going and pile up points in a hurry.
Here's Dinwiddie. In the corner, it's Bridges. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 7th assist in the game. And Joe Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. The second chance effort. It's deflected.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
Here's Dinwiddie. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Edwards against Bridges. A 10-footer. Here's Gobert. That one doesn't go. The Nets go the other way with it.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here. Major dominance in it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
And timeout called by Chris Finch.
T-shirts. Come on, everybody. We got T-shirts for everybody. Show them one of the best fans in the NBA. Let's do this.
Minnesota with the ball. Here's Edwards. To Gobert. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's McDaniels. Count it!
That's a critical basket there. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. Can't give up a 3.
Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 2. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Big chance here.
The pass to Finney-Smith. The 3 won't fall. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.